Look at my hair. It's all mussed up. I'm cleaning house, so don't mind the hair. Anyway, I decided to give you guys an added bonus video today. Only because I was cleaning the house and I'm thinking, wow, I read that poem by John Essex, The Rainbow. And I kind of wanted to share something about my own personal experience when God called me. Now, the rainbow is very significant. Why? Because in Noah's day, that was a promise that the world would not be overtaken by a deluge again. And this promise was the rainbow in the sky. And, earthly rainbows are colorful and they're beautiful. Yes, they are. All the colors you can think of, all the hues of color you can think of in a rainbow. But my particular experience when God called me is more brilliant and more bright than I can even explain to you folks. I'll give you a little glimpse of it. Yeah, anybody in spirit would understand this. Somebody who doesn't understand the Spirit of God and understand the brilliance and power and the vibrancy of His power would not get this. And for me, my personal experience was grand. Okay? I still remember it. It's clear as day to this moment. What happened? What happened at that moment? Okay. God took me out of this frame in spirit. That's no joke. I'm not talking about an NDE or near-death experience. People would explain it like that, but it wasn't like that. It was very spiritual, very powerful, and very vibrant. Now, the first time I came out, I watched myself go right out of the top of my head. I watched myself go in spirit. I did. And there was 3 times that I went out of my body that particular night when God called me. That was my calling right there. And I watched myself go. The first time I came out, it's funny because I didn't go completely to the ultimate height. I went to a certain level. And that level was scary. It was extremely scary. It was like they knew I was there and they were questioning. It was like a conference. These beings, or whatever they were, was saying, why is he here? He knows who we are. We're exposed. Like they were very angry at that. And they wanted to get rid of me really fast. No, he cannot be here. He cannot be seeing what he is seeing and observing what he's observing. But in spirit, I went there. And that was the first time I came out. The second time I came out, I came to another level. It was extremely, when you're in an airplane and how blue it is right at the atmosphere, that's where I was. It was extremely brilliant blue. I cannot explain it. And it was overwhelming. And at that point, it was like I heard this voice, and no kidding, I know it wasn't audible, maybe, in my own spirit it was, and that was, I say, God was talking to me. And when I got there, He said, you cannot come yet. You are not ready yet to go. You're not ready yet. I have to put you back. And I was grieving. I remember I was like, what about the people? What about the world? They do not see this. They do not understand this. What about them? The love of God was extreme at that point. And I felt it. And it was just extreme. I can't even use a word for it. I can't. Okay, and then I come back in my body again. And then I went again. And this third time that I went was so powerful. So powerful. It was like I was in the presence of God, far above anything physical, anything at all. But the physical part of it was the sensation of that rainbow. But that rainbow was so brilliant. There's no colors to explain it. It was just gleaming. My whole body became that awesome rainbow of energy and power and light. And there's no way I can describe that. No way. This is not a dream or something that I made up. This is real stuff when God called me. And my body, it just boom. And I said, I want to stay. Do not put me back. I want to stay. I grieved it. I wanted to stay. But no, that was an instant, momentary thing. Because that power, that little glimpse, that little peek into God's presence was enough. And He put me back. He says, no, you're staying. You have work to do, and I'm going to grow you up. And at that point, when I woke up the next morning from that experience, everything was just crisp and new. I don't know if you know, but when you were a kid, think about the most cleanest, the most beautiful moment ever. And mine is the fact that when I come out of the bath and I was all clean and I got new warm pajamas on and I sat around with the other kids and it just felt so clean and new. That was the type of feeling I felt. I could hear the leaves crisp. It was fall time and you could hear the birds sing. It was so clarity. The clarity of it was ridiculous. It scared me so bad. It was so unbelievably unreal that it sent me to a mental institution for 3 months. I was in a mental institution for 3 months after that because I couldn't figure out why. Why is this happening to me? Why is everything so clear and beautiful and new? It can't be right. It was like I was brought down to the corrupt again because I was so terrified of it. I couldn't handle it. My spirit couldn't handle it, but I knew there was something. God had called me at that point. It was more and more and more grand than what I could even imagine. Okay. That was my little testimony, my little give back, my little bonus video for you folks to know exactly my own experience with the rainbow. And I thought of that today and I said, I got to share it. I got to share it. There's no other way. I have to share this. People might think I'm nuts. They might think I'm crazy. Well, I ended up in a hospital for 3 months. So there you go. The world constitutes that as insane. But actually, that's more true and more real than anybody could even imagine. Right? That's the real. That's the realness of God's love. And I'm thankful that you listened to me. So I'm not nuts. I'm not nuts at all. And from that point on, I think it's 25 years now, God had called me. He had given me a gift to give back. And this is my purpose right now, talking to you folks, sharing the truth with you, giving you my own little glimpse of the experience. Hope you love my hair. Anyway, grace and peace. There's your bonus video. I love you all.